Have you ever wondered what you'd sacrifice to get back what you've lost forever? I found the compass at an estate sale in Salem, tucked between moth-eaten books and tarnished silverware. The brass gleamed despite its age, and intricate engravings spiraled around its face like ancient runes. The elderly woman running the sale barely glanced up when I asked about it. "Belonged to my grandfather," she muttered, counting crumpled bills. "Navigation tool from his sailing days. $20. $20 for what looked like a genuine antique. I should have questioned the price. Back home, I placed it on my desk next to my laptop. The needle trembled, then settled, pointing southeast instead of north. I tapped the glass, thinking it was broken, but the needle remained steady. Curious, I grabbed my phone's compass app. North was clearly in the opposite direction. I spent the evening researching antique compasses, learning about magnetic declination and instrument failure. Nothing explained why this compass pointed so confidently in the wrong direction. As midnight approached, exhaustion finally won, and I went to bed, leaving the compass on my desk. The next morning changed everything. I woke to find the compass needle pointing directly at my bedroom closet. My breath caught as I remembered what I kept hidden there, behind winter coats and forgotten boxes. With trembling hands, I pulled out a small wooden chest I hadn't opened in 3 years. Inside lay Emma's engagement ring. She'd thrown it at me the night she left, the diamond catching the harsh kitchen light one final time before skittering across the floor. I'd found it later, tucked it away, told myself I'd return it someday, but someday never came, and Emma never came back. The compass needle quivered, pointing directly at the ring. My hands shook as I lifted the compass. The needle followed the ring as I moved it left and right, like a faithful dog tracking a scent. This wasn't pointing north. This was pointing to something lost. I called in sick to work and spent the day testing my theory. The compass led me to my father's watch, forgotten in a junk drawer since his funeral. It pointed to photo albums I'd hidden after my mother's death, too painful to look at. Every lost thing in my house, the compass found. But it was the next discovery that made me understand the compass's true nature. That evening, the needle swung toward the front door. I followed it outside, down the street, through the town center. People stared as I walked like a sleepwalker, eyes fixed on the trembling needle. The compass led me 6 blocks to Riverside Cemetery, to Emma's grave. The headstone was simple white marble. Emma Catherine Walsh, 1992-2021, beloved daughter. Fresh flowers lay at its base, probably from her mother's weekly visits. I'd never come here. Couldn't face the finality of it. The compass needle pointed straight down. I fell to my knees, understanding flooding through me like ice water. Emma wasn't just lost to me because of our fight, because of the cruel words we'd exchanged, because of the engagement ring thrown in anger. Emma was lost to everyone, forever. The car accident had happened 2 weeks after she moved out. I'd learned about it from a mutual friend's social media post. By then, it was too late for apologies, too late for second chances, too late for anything except the crushing weight of permanent loss. I pressed the compass to my chest and wept. Over the following weeks, the compass consumed my life. It led me to a dozen more graves, to houses where friends had once lived, to the empty lot where my childhood home used to stand. Each destination brought fresh grief, like reopening old wounds with surgical precision. But I couldn't stop following it. The compass began pointing to increasingly abstract losses. It led me to the university where I'd abandoned my dreams of becoming an artist. to the animal shelter where I'd left my dog when I moved to a no-pets apartment, to the church where I'd stopped attending after losing faith. Each location whispered the same message. You had something precious, and you let it slip away. Friends expressed concern as I grew gaunt and hollow-eyed. I'd lost weight, lost sleep, lost interest in anything except the compass's relentless guidance. My apartment filled with photographs, letters, and mementos recovered from various expeditions. I was building a shrine to everything I'd ever lost. Then the compass began pointing at mirrors. The first time, I thought it was coincidence. But everywhere I went, every reflective surface drew the needle like a magnet. Store windows, car mirrors, even puddles of rainwater. The compass insisted something lost was staring back at me. I avoided mirrors for days, covering them with sheets, taking different routes to avoid reflective buildings. But the compass grew more insistent, its needle vibrating with increasing urgency. Finally, I couldn't resist anymore. I stood before my bathroom mirror at 3 a.m, compass in hand. The needle pointed directly at my reflection, steady as stone. I stared at the hollow-cheeked stranger looking back at me, searching for what the compass had found. Then I saw it. My eyes. They were different, empty. The light that had once lived there, the spark that made me human, was gone. Somewhere in my obsession with recovering the past, I'd lost myself completely. The compass wasn't just pointing to things I'd lost. It was pointing to who I'd lost. I tried to put the compass away, to break free from its influence, but every morning I found myself reaching for it again, desperate for its guidance. It had become my master, and I, its willing slave. The final revelation came when the compass began pointing at nothing at all. Empty spaces where something should have been. Vacant chairs at dinner tables, silent phones that never rang. The compass had found the ultimate loss, the future I'd sacrificed by living in the past. Now I understand the compass's true curse. It doesn't just point to what you've lost, it ensures you'll lose everything else while searching for it. I'm writing this as a warning. If you ever find a compass that points the wrong direction, walk away. Some things are meant to stay lost, because the compass is pointing at you now, reading this story. And once it finds you, it never lets go. The needle is turning in your direction.